how has the training impacted me at a personal level? It has brought to fore some of the things that I used to take for granted. And some of those things include just effectively or actively listening to people with an aim of not wanting to give a solution, but just to try and understand their point of view, and also appreciating the different perspectives or the viewpoints that people have, and also just the wider context of the issues that they might be having. So for me, at a personal level, it has been being more patient when listening to people. As a leader and at a professional level, how has this training impacted me? In my organization and in the role that I currently play, it involves different stakeholders, both internal and external. And so that involves one, getting to manage all the different stakeholders with the different challenges that may be having. But importantly, within the organization, it has enabled me to be, I would say, an effective coach. When I'm talking to my colleagues, when I'm listening to them and addressing their various challenges that they might be having, and also importantly prioritizing the different stakeholders both within the organization and outside the organization. So it's more of elevated the softer side, my softer side when it comes to listening and engaging people. Coaching the people I lead, what does that mean? From where I stand, I would say it basically means being able to help my colleagues solve the various issues that they may be having in their day-to-day execution of their responsibilities, but also helping them see the bigger picture within the organization, and also those who are open enough in also their different elements of their personal lives, and how what they're doing in their personal lives, then what that means to their activities or what they're supposed to do within the organization. So that's what it means. Coaching might be formally or not formally requested for, and just comes out naturally in the day-to-day interactions with colleagues. So it has been more of listening to them and guiding them and just knowing the right questions to ask for them, especially for them to be able to get to the solutions that they desire. What new perspectives I've gained from this to make me a better leader, I will say, and I've repeated this before, one is more around listening, but also importantly is being able to understand the context and the why of doing the various elements. And one of our coaching sessions, a story was told about an organization where people just come and just do things because they found things being done that particular way without challenging or without wanting to know the why. And so this training session particularly just brought that to the fore on the importance of understanding why things are done the way they are done, and the importance of improving systems and processes and people. So that was a very interesting perspective about how things, organizations run and the cultures that we're trying to build within our organizations. As a leader, very many good things and bad things come to you that you're expected to solve, especially problems or challenges. And a good number of time, your solutions are not the optimal solutions given the context or the environment. I believe, and I was taught, that the person closest to the fire is the one who knows how hot it is. And 99% of the time, they will have the solution. And a moment of the time, all they need is a listening ear and just the right questions, listening to understand and just asking the right questions to be able to probe them to get to the solution, which a good number of time is within them, but they just don't know either that is the solution or how to bring it to the fore. What was unique about this program was going into those, let me call them little rooms, 3 of you or 4 of you, and one person was supposed to act as a coach, and then as a coachee, and there was an observer. And you're supposed to go through a real life coaching session where you're dealing with an actual problem. And that forced me and the people I was with and my different colleagues to think at their feet, come up with, think about a problem that you're currently facing. If you're a coach or a coachee, ask the questions, ask the right questions, and there's an observer there who then gives a feedback about how the whole session was going on. So it was both a training session, while at the same time it's also a live session where you're actually practicing what you're learning, and then you're expected to then replicate that in your day-to-day engagements with your colleagues and your team members as well. So that was a very interesting perspective. Why should any leader go through this program? As a leader, you're supposed to act in the best interest of your organization, and the best interests of your organization a good number of times involve you delegating responsibilities and creating more leaders who are able to take off the workload off you, but also importantly, we're able to ensure the succession of this organization past you, because all of us are involved in organizations that are out to achieve a bigger goal that's bigger than ourselves, and that will be there for continuities, just for that continuity's sake. So as a leader, it's important to go through this, because then you're able to train the next generation of leaders, and importantly, you're able to know the picture that you're creating or you're depicting for the future leaders to come, so they know the things to do and the things not to do. Yeah. Why should any leader replicate leaders is one, because you cannot do everything by yourself. You will suffer from burnout, and worse still, you'll be very ineffective and inefficient in delivering these things, because you've not been trained to do everything within the organization efficiently. So it makes more sense, and you're able to achieve far much more by training more leaders, by equipping more leaders, by trusting your colleagues and your leaders that they will be able to do that which is expected of them. Of course, with your guidance and with you setting the relevant or the correct framework within your organization's policies. So then that enables you to be able to for the colleagues or for your team members to focus on the day-to-day, while you are able to focus on the bigger strategic things that will actually move the needle for your organization. So rather than getting stuck in the trees, it's just getting out and being able to see the whole forest. What comes to mind when I hear elevating human greatness? I believe every individual has that great thing within them that they need to fulfill here on earth. It could be their purpose, it could be whatever it is. And not only is it within the professional life, it could also be in other fields or in other domains, including sports, their respective talents, or whatever it is. So when I hear that statement, it's all about setting up everyone for success and setting up them for the next level, and nudging them not to be afraid to progress and pursue their dreams, basically. Yeah, that's what I understand from that. Describe CDI in 1 or 2, 3 words. I will say innovative, in the sense that, and having just gone through this particular training, how it was packaged and how it was presented and how it was taught to us, and the assignments or the group assignments that were required to do, I would say that was very innovative. Secondly, very supportive. The facilitators, the whole team at CDI, good people to work with, and I will highly recommend them.